Hey guys, what's up? Nintendo Freak 21 here, and I'm here with a brand new series. It's called The Good, The Bad, and The Classics. What I'm doing right here is where I could review classic game consoles, some new game consoles that are coming out soon as well, and of course, check out their video games as well, and rate them if they are good or if they're bad. Alright, so let's just get started with the classic Nintendo that actually made the Nintendo Entertainment System right here. Yep, we're going to start off with this baby right here. Alright, so, a little brief story. Let's just start it right here. Nintendo started off as a playing card company before they started video games. They also did some other products like, say, a love testing machine, which was tested your love. I don't even know how that works. Plus, they also did the Game & Watch series, which is very popular. And, of course, they did some arcade games. Back in 1981, a guy named Shigeru Miyamoto, along with his partner Late Guppity Yokoi, actually made an arcade game known as Donkey Kong, which introduces two characters of the game, like Donkey Kong and Mario. And of course introduces Pauline, which is the first damsel in distress in video games. They started off with some couple of arcade games until they went to the big thing. So now, in 1985, Nintendo came out with a Nintendo Entertainment System. And I gotta say, it's a really huge hit. It starts off with a couple of games for actually becoming the launch titles, like Gyromite, Duck Hunt, and including the classic Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers actually became the best game ever, but I'm gonna get to that later. But right now, today I'm gonna just focus on the NES right here. So here it is, the gray box himself, the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES for short. It's actually really fascinating for being shaped as a gray brick, but nonetheless, it's really good. It has a door right here to actually store which game cartridge you use. Yeah, of course, these cartridges, which is way better than game discs. They have controller plugs, the power and reset button, and of course it has an AC adapter plug right here. And of course it has the first introduction of the AV output. So this is the third generation they had to introduce it. For the AV output, you can actually put your audio and video inside your TV. And that depends what TV you got. But they actually went a step backwards and brought something back from the first two generations. And it's that coaxial shit, which I really hate. So, I have no idea what they were thinking. I mean, this must be a more cutting-edge technology that the last system had the coaxial shit. But they knew they fucked up, so they actually put in the RCA cables as a replacement so you don't have to do that crap. I think that's up for later TVs when they have only 2 ports instead of 3 nowadays. So, either way, the coaxial is stupid, so don't use it. So you just put in your game and you thought, oh my god, I don't know how to start this, what should I do? What's the most important aspect about any game? Well, being able to play it. And how do you play it? With a controller. So now that we've got the system out of the way, let's talk about the controller itself. And I gotta say, this is actually one of the classic game controllers they ever made. Just A, B, start, and select with a D-pad. Yeah. It became a classic. It's also on the Game Boy. We'll get to that later as well. Now that we got it out of the way, so what do you think you should rate the system? Is it good or bad? Well, it's actually a classic system. It actually lasted for 10 years. But in Japan, known as the Super Famicom, it actually lasted until 2003. Damn! 2003? That is some hard crap! Who keeps a game console that long? I don't know, but... So, I gotta say, the Nintendo Entertainment System right here is a classic game console, and I'm gonna give this a great system. Even though it lasted for 10 years, and this is the only game console that lasted for the longest time in Nintendo history. So, that about does it for this first episode, so now I can actually review some NES games. So, it doesn't matter which one I choose, as long as I actually do a good one. So, hope you enjoyed this first episode, and I'll see you guys on more where they come out, okay? So, see ya!